أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله يستعينه واستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعصهما فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. My dear audiences, my dear friends, brothers and sisters who are watching through Facebook, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It is a great pleasure for me to attend this Tafsirul Mahfil, and for this reason I express my deep gratitude to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given me opportunity to attend this Tafsirul Mahfil, and for this reason let us say Alhamdulillah, all praises are for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, in today's Tafsirul Quran Mahfil, we shall have a discussion on verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj. Suratul Hajj is the surah number 22 from the Holy Qur'an, and today, inshallah, we shall discuss on verse number 73. So as usual, at first, at the very beginning, we shall go to the recitation as well as meaning of this verse, of this ayat, and then inshallah we shall go to the elaborate discussion. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya ayyuhan nasu duriba masalun fastami'u lah. إن الذين تدعون من دون الله لن يخلقوا ذبابا ولا يجتمعوا له وإن يسلبهم الذباب شيئا لا يستنقذوه منه ضعف الطالب والمطلوب صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. I seek refuge, I seek shelter to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the accursed devil, and I am beginning with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is most merciful, most beneficent. Ya ayyuhan nas duriba masalun. O believers, O people of the world, not believers, O people of the world, duriba masalun, an example is being given. Fastami'u lah, hear attentively, listen. O people of the world, an example is being given, listen. Innal ladzina tad'una min dunillahi la yakhluqu dhubaban wa la yajtama'u lah. O people of the world, you worship the idols and images. If all the idols and images, false creators of the world, they get together, they will not be capable, they will not be able to create even a fly. وَإِن يَسْلُبْهُمُ الذُّبَابُ شَيْئًا لَا يَسْتَنْقِذُوهُ مِنْهُ. Let alone creating a fly. If all the false creators of the world get together, they will not be able to create a fly, let alone creating a fly. They will, if the fly takes away anything in front of them, snatches away anything from them, they are not capable to recover the same. ضعف الطالب والمطلوب. How weak are those who pray to the false creators, and how weak are the false creators. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said the truth, and His prophets and messengers have also said the truth, and we are among the witnesses. All praises are for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All praises are for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the greatest. O Allah, bless our Prophet and your servant Hajjat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this was the recitation as well as meaning of verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj. As we know, the main teachings of Islam, the main theme of Islam is the Tawheed. What is Tawheed? At-Tawheedu imanun bi ilahi wahid. Tawheed means bringing faith, keeping faith on only one creator, and He is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The main theme, the main teachings of Islam is Tawheed. And as we know, in the whole Qur'an, in the whole Holy Qur'an and Sahih Hadith, the teachings of Tawheed has been given. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that we shall worship only for Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants we shall call only to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has pointing finger to the eyes of the non-believers who used to worship the idols and images, who used to worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here, Ya ayyuhan nas, by addressing Ya ayyuhan nas, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has addressed all the non-believers of the world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a very nice example. And we can see that the language of the Holy Quran. Ya ayyuhan nas, O people of the world. Duriba masalun fastami'u lah. An example is being given. Listen. An example is being given. Hear attentively. What is the example? You call to the idols and images. And if all the idols and images of the world, if all the false creators of the world get together, they are not capable to create even a fly. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, let alone creating a fly. If the fly takes away anything in front of them, they are not capable to recover the same. So why you are worshipping idols and images? Since the idols and images does not have any power to do any good or bad for you, why you are worshipping the idols and images? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a nice example here. And through this example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting all the people of the world under the shelter of Tawheed, under the umbrella of Tawheed, under the shelter of Islam. And now inshallah, we shall go to some relevant other verses from the Holy Quran. Those are relevant in today's tafsir. First relevant verses are verse number 116 and 17 from Suratul Baqarah. In verse number 116 and 17 of Suratul Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَدًا سُبْحَانَهُ بَلْ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ كُلٌّ لَهُ قَانِتُونَ بَدِيعُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَإِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُونُ. In verse 116 and 17 in Suratul Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَدًا. The non-believers say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has accepted son. Na'uzubillahi min zalik. Being a Muslim, we shall have to have belief. We shall have to keep belief that our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only one. He does not have any son. He does not have any daughter. He does not have wife. He does not have any companion. He does not have any partner. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not taken birth from anyone, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given birth to anybody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having son, from the fault of having daughter, from the fault of having wife. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of feeling hungry. We feel hungry, and if we do not eat food, we shall die. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of feeling hungry. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of drinking water. We have taken birth from our parents, and one day we shall meet death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having birth and meeting death. Being a Muslim, we shall have to have belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our only one Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only one, and He is free from the all faults the human being had. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining the utterances of the non-believers. وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَدًا. The non-believers say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken a son. Na'uzubillahi min zalik. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying, Subhanahu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having son. بَلْ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Moreover, everything either on the sky or in the earth belongs to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kullun lahu qanitun. Everything is under His control. Everything is obedient to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Badi'us samawati wal ard. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the skies and the earths. وَإِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُونُ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever desires to create anything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say be, and it is. So, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take son or daughter or companion? Whenever He wants to create anything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just say be, and it is. Allahu Akbar. Our next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verse number 51 from Suratul Ali Imran. Verse number 51 from Suratul Ali Imran is relevant in today's tafsir. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Inna Allah Rabbi wa Rabbukum fa'budu Hada siratum mustaqim. Obviously, indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is my creator and your creator. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, His prophet, say the non-believers that Inna Allah Rabbi wa Rabbukum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is your creator and their creator. So, fa'buduh. So, you worship only for Him. Hada siratul mustaqim. And this is the right path. This is the straight path. This is the actual way. This is the hidayah. So, if we want to have the right path, if we want to walk on the right path, on the right way, we shall have to have belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us and everything. Creator is only one, and He is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verse number 100 and 101 from Suratul An'am. In verse number 100 and 101 of Suratul An'am, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَجَعَلُوا لِلَّهِ شُرَقَاءَ الْجِنَّ وَخَلَقَهُمْ وَخَلَقُوا لَهُ بَنِينَ وَبَنَاتٍ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ سُبْحَانَهُ وَتَعَالَى عَمَّا يَصِفُونَ بَدِيعُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَنَّى يَكُونُ لَهُ وَلَدٌ وَلَمْ تَكُنْ لَهُ صَاحِبَةٌ وَخَلَقَ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ وَهُوَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. Some people of the world join jinn with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nauzubillahi min zalik. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering the utterances of the non-believers. وَجَعَلُوا لِلَّهِ شُرَقَاءَ الْجِنِّ. They consider jinn with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nauzubillahi min zalik. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying, وَخَلَقَهُمْ. They have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created them. And moreover, the non-believers, for the lack of knowledge, they consider, they think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has son and daughter. Nauzubillahi min zalik. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Subhanahu wa ta'ala amma yasifun. Since they are considering, since they are making sons and daughters for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having son and daughter. And how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have son? Because He has created everything and He does not have any companion. He does not have any wife. How he will have son? Being a Muslim, we shall have to have believed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having sexual need. With the people of the world, we form our family, we get married in order to meet our sexual need. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having sexual need. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have wife. And since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any wife, how son will born? Being a Muslim, we shall have to have belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having wife. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having son. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having daughter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having any partner. وَخَلَقَ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created everything, either on the sky or in the earth. وَهُوَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is powerful on everything. Everything is under His control. So this was verse number 100 and 101 of Suratul An'am, relevant in today's tafsir. Next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verses number 20 to 23 from Suratul Nahl. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ لَا يَخْلُقُونَ شَيْئًا وَهُمْ يُخْلَقُونَ أَمْوَاتٌ غَيْرُ أَحْيَاءٍ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ إِلَٰهُكُمْ إِلَٰهٌ وَاحِدٌ فَالَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ مُنْكِرَةٌ وَهُمْ مُسْتَكْبِرُونَ وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ O people of the world, you worship to the idols and images. La yakhluquna shay'an. They have not created anything. You worship the idols and images. And idols and images, the false god of the world, have not created anything. Wahum yukhlaqun. Moreover, they have been created by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. Suppose someone calls to the idols and images made by stone, made by earth, made by soil. Who has created the earth? Who has created the soil? Who has created the stone? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created everything. And if an idols and images is made through stone, the stone does not have any power to do any good or bad to anyone. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, you worship the idols and images. What have they created? They have created nothing. Moreover, they have been created by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Amwatun ghayru ahya'a. They are dead and they are not alive. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. And being a Muslim, we shall have to keep belief that on the day of judgment, one day this world will be destroyed. Everything will be destroyed by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And after destruction of everything of this world, after death of every animal of this world, either man, jinn or any animal, everyone will die. After death of everything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will again revive us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. And these false creators do not know about the day of judgment. When people will be revived, they do not know. So why you worship the idols and images? Ilahukum ilahu wahid. Your creator is only one. فَالَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ مُنْكَرِةٌ وَهُمْ مُسْتَكْبِرُونَ. And the non-believers, they are not accepting Islam. They are not entering in Islam they are refusing Islam. Their hearts are refusing Islam because of arrogance, because of arrogant, because of being proud, because of being haughty, because of undue assumption of importance. Mustakbirun. If we go through the life of our beloved Prophet, we find many Sahih hadiths that the Abu Jahl, the notorious non-believers, one of the notorious non-believers, he knew that our beloved Prophet is the actual messenger of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But he did not accept our beloved Prophet as the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only because of being arrogant. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has termed the word al-mustakbirun. That means arrogant. The non-believers are not accepting Islam because of mustakbirun, because of being arrogant, because of being proud, because of being haughty, because of being undue assumptions of importance. This was verse number 20 to 22 of Suratul Nahl. Those are relevant in today's tafsir. Next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verse number 42 to 43 of Suratul Bani Israel. قُلْ لَوْ كَانَ مَعَهُ آلِهَةٌ كَمَا يَقُولُونَ إِذًا لَابْتَغَوْا إِلَى ذِي الْعَرْشِ سَبِيلًا سُبْحَانَهُ وَتَعَالَى عَمَّا يَقُولُونَ عُلُوًّا كَبِيرًا. Here an example is given that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only one, He does not have any partner. If He would have any partner, what would have happened? لَوْ كَانَ مَعَهُ آلِهَةٌ. Had there more than one creators? يَقُولُونَ إِذَا لَابْتَغَوْا إِلَى ذِي الْعَرْشِ سَبِيلًا. They would have found out a way to go to the throne of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanahu wa ta'ala amma yaquluna uluwan kabira. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having any partner. All glory, all respect is for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verse number 111 of Suratul Bani Israel. In verse number 111 of Suratul Bani Israel, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَقُلِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي لَمْ يَتَّخِذْ وَلَدًا وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ شَرِيكٌ فِي الْمُلْكِ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلِيٌّ من الذل وكبره تكبيرا. قل الحمد لله الذي. All glory, all praises are for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He does not have any son. And He does not have any companion in His empire. He is the sole owner, only owner of everything. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any guardian. And all praises, all respects are for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We, in the life of here, we find that everyone has a superior man. A soldier, suppose a soldier is bound to reply to his higher officer, and next higher officer is bound to reply on the next higher officer. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not bound to reply, to answer any question to anyone. He is all in all. He is the sole owner of everything. This was verse number 111 from Suratul Bani Israel. Next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verse number 25 to 26 from Suratul Anbiya. Verse number 25 to 26 Suratul Anbiya is relevant in today's tafsir. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ إِلَّا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنَا فَاعْبُدُونِ وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا سُبْحَانَهُ بَلْ عِبَادٌ مُكْرَمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala earlier, before sending our Prophet Hajj in this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent innumerous prophets and messengers. And all the prophets and messengers were directed to preach, to spread the teachings of Islam, the teachings of Tawheed. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ إِلَّا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِ annahu la ilaha illa ana fa'budun. I have sent all the prophets and messengers only to spread that, O people of the world, you worship only for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is your only creator, and so you worship only for Him. And here in the next verse number 26, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying the utterances of the non-believers, that the non-believers say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken son. Allah is replying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having son, from the fault of taking son. And some non-believers termed the angels, malaika, as his daughters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying, they are not his daughters, they are the respected servant of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and nothing else. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created many creatures. Suppose man, jinn, four-footed animal, and many creatures. Among all the creatures, the angels, the malaika are also one of the creatures and nothing else. And the malaika, the angels are the respected creatures of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the respected servant of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because they follow the orders of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fully. Some non-believers say that the idols and images are the idols and images of the daughters of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nauzubillahi min zalik. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any daughter. The malaika, the angels are a mere creatures. The angels are the servant of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the respected servant of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given another nice example of Tawheed. Another nice example of Tawheed in verse number 91, Suratul Mu'minun. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, مَتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ مِنْ وَلَدٍ وَمَا كَانَ مَعَهُ مِنْ إِلَهٍ إِذًا لَذَهَبَ كُلُّ إِلَهٍ بِمَا خَلَقَ وَلَا بَعْضُهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ سُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ أَمَّا يَصِفُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any son. And had Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, had there any companion of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any partner of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they would have separated their creators. Suppose the creators of sun might have said that today the sun will not rise. The creators of moon would have said that today the moon will not come in the sky. Being a Muslim, we shall have to think one thing, that our creator is only one, and the proof of its that everything is going only on one rule. Suppose the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Everything is after night, day comes. After day, night comes. Everything is being done on only one rule. There is no change in the rule of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Since there is no change in the rule of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of everything is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He does not have any partner. In verse number 91, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, had there any partner of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there would have been mismanagement in this world. Since there is no mismanagement in the world, it is crystal clear, it is palpably clear that our Creator is only one, and He is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next relevant verse in today's tafsir is verse number 41 of Suratul Ankabut. Suratul Ankabut. Ankabut means spider. مثل الذين اتخذوا من دون الله أولياء كمثل العنكبوت اتخذت بيتا وإن أوهن البيوت لبيت العنكبوت لو كانوا يعلمون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving example that, oh people of the world, oh non-believers of the world, you worship the idols and images. You worship the trees, you worship the sun, you worship other things instead of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the example of worshipping anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as like as the house of a spider. The house of a spider is the weakest house in the world. Since house of the spider is the weakest house, it cannot do any good to anyone. It is broken down when wind blows. As like as the house of the spider, the false creators of the non-believers will not be able to make any good or bad for them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting the people of the world towards the Tawheed by giving a nice example, the house of spiders. So, a man who used to worship idols and images, who used to worship other things other than Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they should think over it. They should peruse this verse number 41 of Suratul Ankabut. So, by revealing this verse in Holy Qur'an, Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting all the people of the world, all the non-believers of the world, under the shelter of Islam, under the umbrella of Islam. And lastly, we shall go to a very renowned surah, Suratul Ikhlas. Suratul Ikhlas is relevant in today's tafsir. Because in this surah, the characteristics of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been given. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Qul, O Prophet, say, huwa Allahu ahad. He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is only one. Allahu samad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not require help for anyone. Other creators need help from Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not require help from anyone. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not taken birth, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given any birth to anyone. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. And no one is equal with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one is as like as Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So by revealing this Suratul Ikhlas, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given His characteristics. Being a Muslim, we shall have to have belief that our only one creator is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of everything, either on the sky or in the earth. Either out of this world, everything has been created by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any son, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any daughter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any wife, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any companion, any partner. He is alone capable to manage everything of the world. Suppose with the people of the world, if we work hard, we become tired. And if we do not sleep, we shall die. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of sleeping. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not become tired. So, all the non-believers of the world, they have been invited under the umbrella of Islam, under the shelter of Islam, under the shelter of Tawheed, by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by giving a nice example, in verse number 73 of Suratul Hajj. Today we are discussing verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj. So verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj is a nice example to the non-believers of the world who used to worship idols and images, who used to worship other things other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now inshallah we shall go to with some relevant hadith. Hadith means utterances of our beloved Prophet. Some relevant utterances of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those are relevant in today's tafsir. An Abi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الإسلام أن تعبد الله ولا تشرك به. This hadith has been narrated by Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu. He said that our beloved Prophet has said, Islam means you will worship only for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you will not associate, you will not join, you will not consider any partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is called Islam. Islam means worshipping only for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we shall not consider anyone with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We shall not join any partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next relevant hadith is An Jabir radhiyallahu anhu قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من مات يشرك بالله شيئا دخل النار من مات لا يشرك بالله شيئا دخل الجنة رواه المسلم. This hadith has been narrated by Hazrat Jabir radhiyallahu anhu. He said that whoever died by associating partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will be thrown on the fire. And if anyone dies without associating with any partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will enter in Jannah. So the precondition to enter in the heaven is to have belief of oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we die having belief oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we shall enter in the Jannah, inshallah. But if we die associating partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, joining partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we shall be thrown in the hell, in the fire. Rawahu Muslim. Next hadith is very important. Sometimes in this world we find that many non-Muslims used to do a vast good things. Vast things, those are welfare for the people, those are welfare for the mankind, but they are non-Muslims. What will be the consequences of their good things, good deeds doing in the world? Whether they will get any benefit of these good things in the life of hereafter, this hadith will clarify that question. And Aisha radhiyallahu anha qalat qultu ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ibnu Jud'an kana fil jahiliyati yasillu rahima wa yut'imul miskina fahal zalika nafi'uhu qala la yanfa'uhu rawahu Muslim. This hadith has been narrated by Ummul Mu'minin, our mother Aisha radhiyallahu anha. She said that I said, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ibn Judan, he died during the age of darkness. That means he died without accepting Islam. But he used to do two good things. He used to keep good relations with his relatives, and he used to feed the poor people, hungry people. Whether these two good things will help him in the life of hereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our beloved Prophet replied, La yanfa'uhu, he will not get any benefit. Rawahu Muslim. So, if we do any good things in this world, and if we want reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the life of hereafter, precondition of getting reward of these good things to accept Islam, to accept teachings of Tawheed, to declare Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only one creator, and declare that our beloved Prophet is the last messenger of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means until and unless one accepts Islam, he will not get any benefit of good things what he will do in the world. Such as Ibn Judan. He died during the age of darkness. But he used to do two good things. He used to keep good relations with his relatives, and he used to feed the hungry people, poor people. And our mother, Ummul Mu'minin, Mother Aisha radhiyallahu anha asked our beloved Prophet whether he will get any benefit from these two good things. Our beloved Prophet said, La yanfa'uhu. No, he shall not get any benefit because he has not accepted Islam. So, in order to get any benefit of our good things in the life of here, in the life of hereafter, if we want to do good things in the life of here and want reward in the life of hereafter, we shall have to declare Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the only one creator. We shall have to declare our beloved Prophet the last messenger of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we shall have to declare that this Qur'an is the last book of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, by revealing verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has invited all the non-believers of the world under the umbrella of Islam, under the shelter of Islam, under the shelter of Tawheed. Now inshallah we shall have prayer to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and before having prayer let us recite Durud Sharif. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم آمين. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفه على الإيمان ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا رب هب لي من الصالحين رب زدني علما أستغفر الله اللهم إني أسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. Oh Allah, we some of your servants have been gathered in this Tafsirul Quran Mahfil. Please accept this Tafsirul Quran Mahfil and forgive our all sins. Oh Allah, you know what are in our hearts. Please fulfill our all good desires. Oh Allah, please forgive our fathers and forefathers, all the relatives who have died and who have already gone to you. Forgive our all creators. Oh Allah, among us who have their parents, please help them serving their parents and take the guarantee of Jannah in the life of hereafter. Oh Allah, accept our all prayers. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.